oh dear, I may have provoked some negative responses in the comments. Oh dearie me. Because I too was reactionary in response to what I saw in the House of Lords, listening to, well, Labour's Mr. Cocker. Yeah, Lord Cocker. Pretty much saying that Labour was not going to vote against Jenny Jones's, Baroness Jenny Jones's, she's a greenie, amendment to the orders bill, public order bill. I wasn't very happy. In fact, I was a little bit reactional, you could say. I said I wouldn't vote. Well, they lost my vote, that's what I pretty much said, didn't I? Yeah, they lost my vote. And I'm probably going to vote Green. To be honest, I'll probably come to my senses and say to myself, oh, tactical voting. But, as you know, I told you before, I wear my heart on my sleeve. But I am a greenie. I am not a natural Labour supporter. Call me a swing voter if you like. And many people are. And looking at some of the comments on here, to this video that I uploaded last night. Like I say, I was reaction. Hey, I just did it on the computer. Not on the computer, but next to the computer, what have you. And just did it on my phone, what have you. And, yeah. Maybe I kind of went off on one. Maybe. But, now I have said to you before, most people are a little bit, how to put it, a little bit simpleton. I'm a bit of a simpleton. I am. I wasn't interested in politics until Brexit, really. And I just feel that political parties, such as Labour and Conservatives and what have you, they'll say things, do things without any explanation. There are people like me and others who worked on the tools all their lives and stuff like that. They need a little bit of explanation. What is your reasoning behind it? Just like, why did you pull back on your 28 billion a year pledge for green investment? Now, you could say it's due to the fact that they don't know what money they're going to have. Okay, interest rates have gone up. Okay. The cost of borrowing, bonds and what have you, it's all caused government borrowing to increase in cost. But there's a word there. They said green, yeah, but they said investment. Green investment. Okay. Well, if that's the case, if it's an investment, is it investment in our environmental futures or investment as in the economy? Well, they said green jobs, didn't they? That's the economy. Money. Well, obviously you've got jobs and what have you. Then, people can be paying taxes. Should be a win-win situation, really. We're talking about this great big movement going towards green energy and what have you. EV cars and stuff like that. If it was practical for me to get an EV car, whether I could afford one, that's another thing. I would most certainly consider it. I really would. I don't do my journeys are too short. So that's one thing that kind of pulled me a little bit away from, Labour. I'm not voting for that Labour. If I do vote for Labour, I might still vote for Labour. I will be voting for Labour because I necessarily believe in, in Labour, in this Labour. I'll be voting because of tactical vote, just anything to get the Tories out. And logically, I'd still probably do that. But in my heart, I'll be feeling I'll be betraying my beliefs. I believe that we should be looking after our future, our environmental future. Because if we don't, our children are going to have nothing. The economy doesn't matter, nor does whether or not your bins are going to get collected. It won't matter. If you've got nothing to spend your money in. No, people be too wary of going out, getting skin cancer and stuff like that. You think I'm kidding? It is that serious. Like I mentioned in previous videos, scientists have already said that within 10 years we're going to have polar ice caps all be gone. No ice. Rising sea levels and what have you. Now from where I live in Norfolk, crikey, that'll take a whopping great chunk out of, Suffolk and Norfolk, around Braden Water and places like that. That'll all go. It'll just disappear. Unless we get clever like they have in the Netherlands. We need their engineers, that's what we need. But I want to talk about some of the comments in here, because there are a lot of comments, obviously, that agreeing with me, and I've got some on there trying to explain the reasoning behind it, which I do appreciate, and I do appreciate the comments. I'm absolutely honest with it. No matter what way you swing in regard to whether you agree with me or not, in the day, I think we're all learning all the time. I really do. You know. Now, I still think there's a problem though, because it's about optics as well. Now, if I'm reactional, so will many other people in regards to what happened last night. It's not going to help Labour. If they maybe explain themselves, well, maybe people will understand. But they don't. I didn't see any explanation, did you? Yeah, expecting the public to, well, just base their opinions on Phil Morehouse or speculation. It's guesswork. I'm sorry, it's guesswork. The thing is, they don't want to give us information because they know full well that it's going to be used against them in the future. That's the thing about lying, you see. And that's pretty much what all these politicians are doing. They just keep lying to us. Because what they do is they tell us one thing and then they change their flipping minds. They'll do something else. It means they have lied. Whether it's Labour, whether it's the Tories. I just want honesty. Straightforward politics, so we know where we lie. All this, well, people saying, oh, you know, about, oh, they're better being analytical than you are, Marx, and stuff like that. Well, fine, of course they are. But there shouldn't be some kind of sinister movement. It should be kind of, tell us what you're thinking and the reasoning behind it. Otherwise, we are going to speculate. And it ain't always going to be in your favour. No. I mean, Labour, that is. Now, this is my last vote, because I live in France, and I've been there for 13 odd years, and come the next general election, that will be my last vote, because after I've been there for 15 years, as you probably know, because a lot of people were pushed out from voting, or expelled from voting, in the last elections, and also the referendum, because of the 15-year rule. Now, let's talk about some of the comments on this video. And, you know, okay, one person has agreed with me. The Green Party is getting my vote this next election. Now, you may have noticed on some of my previous videos, the text, when I show you my phone, is the wrong way round. That's because I'm having to use a different app at the moment, because I'm having to use this little wireless microphone here, because my other microphone is not working properly with the phone anymore, because I have to use a USB-C microphone adapter, because these flipping modern phones have got rid of the blooming 3.5mm DIN plug thing. Arrgh! Frustrating. Pretty much all vloggers have to use these flipping little... Anyway, all use the mics on board, which are crap. Yeah, so I'm just using this little wireless one at the moment, which the audio is not brilliant. And the app that comes with it, well, it's got mirroring. You can set mirroring on it to reverse everything, but it doesn't work. Anyway, so now, comment here by Peter. He says, the problem is the Tories have changed that much in the laws we don't even know about. Yes, there's always layers within these bills, and they've made the bills so big and encompassing, they're just kind of like passing loads of shit through. Now, me as a greenie, you see, regarding this visa bill, what really frustrates me is basically it removes the right of protest. And that's democracy. Without the right to protest, you're removing democracy. Plain and simple. No, they've pretty much made it so, the police, the government will have to basically say whatever they like. Well, no, that comes under the public order bill. And that's pretty much what Baroness Jenny Jones is little, basically one word in there, that kind of changes, saying, no, I think we need to look at this. No. This bill removes democracy from the people. Now, me as a greenie, you see, public protest is kind of like the most strongest It's the biggest power we've got, really. But, you know, okay, writing to MPs would help. But biggest power that we've got as individuals to protest against, well, obviously, the environmental issues, what I believe in, environmental issues. But they're taking it away. Okay, don't get me wrong. I don't agree with all the methods being used. I'm talking about peaceful protest. All the methods used. I don't necessarily agree with all the methods used by, say, stop oil protests or even Extinction Rebellion, what have you. I don't believe in all their methods. You know, I don't agree with defacing artworks and stuff like that. I don't get that. Maybe the odd Lamborghini or Ferrari as these rich knobs. Yeah, fair enough. Do it. Here, let the tyres down. Slash them. No, don't do that. No, don't go around carrying knives. Not a good idea. No. So this all worries me, and much yeah, as well, to be fair. And my phone's gone really dark all of a sudden. Why has my phone gone dark? Oh, I see. Let's increase the brightness. There you go. That's better. Don't know why it went dark all of a sudden. It's a bit bizarre. So yeah, so we don't really know really from 1 minute to the next what they really believe in. To be fair, I don't think so. And also, the Tories have hidden so many horrible little bits of law within these new bills, and then the king goes off and signs it all off because he don't give a shit. No, sorry, say it to say it. So so here again, someone saying, "Me too. I hate the UKIP Tory party." Oh dear. Now, don't get me wrong. There is no comparison between the kind of lies we're getting out of the Labour Party and the kind of lies that we're getting out of the Tories. The Tories are just full-on liars. Rishi Sunak is a full-on liar. He's not just a liar, he's a traitor as far as I'm concerned. You know, blood money and all that. He's just telling us what he thinks we want to hear. And don't forget, he was the Chancellor of the Exchequer while Alexander Boris Steffel Johnson, the king of liars, was, yeah, in power. They're all flipping lies. Don't get me wrong. If it was just Labour and just the Tories, obviously they're going to vote Labour. Of course I am. But I'm not a natural Labour supporter, no. I'm a Greenie. I like green stuff, can't you see? Green. So, okay, I do agree. Maybe I was reactional. Now, someone here says Starmer was voted in as leader on 10 pledges, all of which he's now gone back on. That's not very helpful, you see. We want trust. You know? Trust. I understand that the goalposts keep moving. I get that. Don't get me wrong, they do keep moving. And I will say, there are lots of people agreeing with me, but it's not really what I get into because, yeah, I'm talking to myself then, you know. I'm not going. I was wrong in many ways in that I was reactional because I was angry. I'll just quickly put the video up. I'm not going to delete it because, like I say, that's who I am. I just kind of, and some people said, "Oh, I'm just ashamed that you might have lost a few Labour votes." I doubt it. I get a few thousand views. You know, it's not going to make a lot of difference, honestly. If I have persuaded people to vote one way or the other, I don't think I have. Looking at some of these comments, it's like people have already made their minds up. Yes, another one say lost to my vote because the Brexit stance. You see, that's the other thing. You see, for me, that is that. Wow, Brexit, make Brexit work. It's just too many things for me and many other people that just it pushes me away from Labour. Now, if Labour gets in and we destroy the Tories and they never come back in power again and Liberal Democrats come up, well, they're not going to get my vote next time. They'll probably get the next, tactical vote is going to go to someone like, we're going to probably go, unless obviously Labour proves their worth, we'll probably go to Liberal Democrats. I'm a swing voter. I'm not a sycophant. So somebody's here says, Jeff, thanks, Jeff. So you're advocating another term for the Tories? I'm not. It's not. I don't know what I'm advocating. To be honest with that, I just kind of like, I'm disappointed. I'm angry. I'm allowed to be angry, aren't I? You know, I'm not Labour's blooming foghorn. No. I'm just telling you what I think. That's all it is. My feelings. And I feel I've been let down. So well done. You think the UK can survive that? No, I don't. I don't think that the UK can survive the Tories again. Most definitely not. Why not advise people to write to the Labour Party and raise... Yeah, but remember this is a reactional video and I wasn't necessarily thinking into that much detail. You know, I was just giving you what my instant thoughts and how my feelings were when I saw that. I just put it straight up. I didn't schedule a video. I didn't think about the video. I just saw that and I felt, shit, what a bunch of, yeah. I don't have great power, so I don't feel I have to have a great responsibility. Honestly, I do not get enough booze to think like that. I really don't. This is a small channel, tiny little channel, and I'm allowed to have my point of view. You know, that's why I do it in a vlog. My basis of my videos is more of a vlog. I'm not trying to go into analyticals and say, look, I don't do the Phil Morehouse. That's not who I am. You know, Phil Morehouse is a Labour. You know, I don't know. Keir Starmer could press that flipping button, and Phil Morehouse will try and make an excuse for him. I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry. Oh my God, proportional representation. That's not going to happen, is it? No. Why would Labour, with a potential 440 seat odd majority, ever even consider proportional representation? They're not going to, are they? No. See, I've had comments here saying here, well, get rid of the Tories and then deal with the next problem. I get that. Yeah, I understand that. Maybe it's natural progression. And, but it's hard to pull away from what you actually believe in. I don't believe in that. I believe in securing my kids' futures, environmental futures, because without that, we have nothing. Not just in the United Kingdom, I'm talking about the world, you know? The damage we have caused to this planet is exponential. It's just, we're at the point, at the precipice now. And if we don't do anything about it, we're done for. Seriously done for. Now, nobody wants to wake up to it. Very few people. Very few people want, you know, well, very few people can see the wood from the trees with everything else that's going on, to be fair. And many people are worrying about what's here and now, and the fact whether or not they can put food on their tables for their kids, keep the roof over their heads. The amount of repossessions this year is just, oh, it's crazy. Scary, in fact. The amount of people that are going to court is all increasing, you see, because they can't pay their council taxes. I do understand. And yes, I was reactional. And okay, if I calm down a bit, maybe I'll think to myself, what choice have we got? I've got to vote Labour, you know. But I'll tell you something, it's going to be hard. In many ways, emotionally hard. I especially don't believe in this lot. I didn't believe in Corbyn, to be fair. It was the other one. The one with, I forgot his name now. The one with the bacon sarnie. I'll come to him in a minute. Oh my God. Him or his brother, to be fair. Either of them would be better than what we've got now. Now, I was quite glad to see Keir Starmer. I know it's getting a bit of a long video because this is a bit of a chat. I was quite glad to see Keir Starmer actually, you know, to get the leadership at the time. I was hopeful. But just since that make Brexit work, desperate to win the red wall and hold on to the red wall's gutless. I'm sorry, it's gutless. The one saying I'm voting Green. Debug Store says getting the Tories out is very important. I know, I have to agree. I have to admit. Oh, dear. I might have made a mistake on that video. But replace them with a party that cannot be trusted. Oh, yeah. Warns about the basic principles, and it's not the answer. I know. But we've got to replace it with something. I think your first part of this statement, Debug Store, is that is probably correct. You just got to get them out. Somebody else said, well, I changed my vote from Labour to the Greens a couple of years ago. See, Greens have come a long way, you know. Under leadership, well, not much leadership so much now, because she's not, you know, but, well, she stepped down now anyway, Caroline Lucas. And not all tree huggers, no. They've learned that looking after the people will bring, you know, the party forward so they can make the changes required, and it's, I don't know. I feel a bit doomed, if you know what I mean. I really do. They're abstaining because Starmer wants those powers, and he's a liar. Yeah, maybe. Okay, yeah, I'm sure Verticu, somebody else on my channel would agree with this, because the UK isn't really a proper democracy. It really isn't. You can't compare it to like Finland, for instance. Once you accept that we don't live in a democracy, it all makes sense. Okay, yeah, fair point. It's so sad that you've got a two-party system. I know! We need proportional representation. There's nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change ever. It'll be a little bit better, but it's not going to solve all the issues and the problems that we're facing today. Flipping hell, regarding the oil policy, the pledge regarding no new licences for for oil wells and stuff, they're pulling back on that as well, because pressure from the GMB unions and stuff. The GMB union, it's just I don't know. Jerry Powell, he says there's no difference between Labour and the Conservatives. I don't believe that, actually. I don't believe that. I think it's a lesser of two evils. That's what I think. There's definitely a difference. There's a massive difference between Keir Starmer and even Richie Sunak. He's not what he tries to make out that he is. Well, he kind of makes out like he's a Sunak, a Richie bot, with his glazed expression and his empty eyes. Or something weird going on there. He's got bizarre reboot. Yeah, anyway. And Jeffrey Hare says, it took you long enough, but then you're a Brit. Labour is also responsible for the state of the UK as the Tories. Yeah, I don't necessarily buy that 100%. I think they should have been a stronger opposition. So if you say that's a responsibility, maybe. Abstain. I just don't understand why they'd abstain. I just don't get it. Now, I know they say they could use it as some kind of whip against Labour if they vote against it, what have you. I know it's not necessarily, it's not the bill, is it? I know, but no, I don't buy that. I don't. And oh my giddy on, I've lost one. Where have I lost one? Oh, no, published newest first. Get that. I haven't responded to. I've responded. Okay, let's go back down. We go. There's one in particular I wanted to remark on. If I find it again, oh my giddy aunt, the video's getting a bit long. 22 minutes. Scrolling down. I am scrolling down. Oh my God, there's been a lot of comments. Brian. Here we go. Brian Ferguson leaves the comment on hell. He says, how many more people like you? I think you'll find there's a huge amount of people like me who are reactional. Wear your heart on your sleeve. Don't necessarily understand. I do understand the detail, to be fair, but I don't understand the detail at that point in moment. Do you know what I mean? Whether or not there's more to it than that. I've got my doubts because besides, I don't follow that anyway because I'm a greenie, Brian says here, that's right. I can read more. Okay, how many more people like you are getting into a hissy fit? Thanks, Brian. Over a piece of tactical policy that you don't understand. Okay, so why don't they explain it to us? Like I said earlier, never do what the opposition expect. I think it's a bit wishful thinking here, a bit hopeful. Expect, or are certain that you will do. The Starmer has a better politically analytical mind than you. Of course he has. He's a lawyer, for God's sake. So just don't do a Doris. So apparently I did the Doris. The Dean Dory. The Prime Minister tells the truth. And for all your toys out the pram, he says. I suppose I did. I did a bit. Yeah. It was reactional. Like I say, I was being reactional. Cheers for that, Brian. So I responded. So I said, "What's that? What's the tactic?" Hence, I want to know. I want them to explain to me, basically. I said, "What's the tactic? Piss off the voter." Pissed me off. And okay, here we go again. So Brian responds, "The Tories were not going to block the bill, and the Tories were not going to block the bill. The fatal motion is about a small addition to the bill. That's correct. Yeah, one word. Yes, in fact. Yeah. Jenny Jones. Yeah, Baroness Jenny Jones added. Now the bill had been voted against. Yeah, and the Tories would invoke the Parliament Act to do. Yeah, I get that. But we're talking about optics, though. How does this look? It doesn't look good, does it? I'm not the only person reacting to this. Even Peter Steshkovich geezer, the one who makes all those viral videos, you know, those like mashups. You know, he's reacted to it. Oh, but he's a bit of a greenie as well, to be fair. I'm just really disappointed, you know. I want a stronger government that's looking to our, to take care of the environment so it can look after us and my grandchildren. That's what I really worry about, my grandchildren. I worry about you guys and girls as well, but obviously in particular, I worry about my grandchildren, which in turn obviously then looks after you lot as well, I would hope. Well, those views do, I'd have thought anyway. So, it's a pity that your post may have lost some Labour, some votes. I doubt it, mate. I get hardly any flipping views, you know. Like 1 or 2, maybe. I lost a couple of subscribers. I'll tell you that, but I also gained a couple as well. So it cancelled itself out. Oh dear. People reading it and also not really understanding the Tory endgame. I understand we've got to get the Tories out. I do get that. Yeah, my friend, I really do. It's called politics, Marcus. I don't accept that. It's just politics. I don't accept that. It's about doing good. That's what it should be about. It's about doing good for people, about obviously the environment, because that's what I believe in. I was being reactional. It's my feelings, how I feel about it. You know, because if we don't look, I keep saying this, I keep repeating myself. If we don't look after the environment, it ain't going to look after us, is it? No. We're already flipping surrounded with shit in our seas, and we're also already surrounded by polyfluoroalkyls and alkalines and stuff, isn't it? Well, alkalines. Anyway, PFA chemicals and what have you. You know, microplastics. Loads of stuff has been going on for decades that we hadn't dealt with or even understood, and now we're flipping hell. It's basically poisoning us. Arrgh. So it's called politics, Marcus. Also, if the bill could be temporarily delayed, the Tories would instantly say that Starmer was in a league with Stop Oil protests and all the other lefty groups blocking the roads, etc. Well, so be it. I'm sorry. We need to grab a pear, you know. Or grow a pear. Grab a pear. Grab a pear. I mean, grow a pear. Oh, not grab, but grow. Yes, sorry, don't do that. No, you get locked up. And stop the protesters and all the lefty groups blocking roads, etc. Yeah, I know. But they're the only ones fighting for us, you know that, don't you? And that's what this flipping bill is, well, working against. Not working, this is what the bill basically is just going to remove their ability to do so. It's just that they're going to be getting flipping 10 years plus, flipping jail sentences and stuff. Those geezers are up that flipping tower because of this bill. They've got flipping 3 years. 3 years for a flipping peaceful protest. A flipping vicar got 6 months for sitting in the road. Peaceful protest. Our rights to protest are being removed. The fundamentals behind democracy. Tell all this to the suffragettes, women's rights and all that, you know? Now, I could sort of turn a blind eye to it all and say, okay, just get Tories out. Yeah, then deal with what we've got to deal with. But they're going to get too much power. As it stands with the polls, some places 140, 144 potential seats. That is a wipeout. And that's all very well, but now we all go on about proportional representation, and the nearest we're going to get to that is a coalition. Although we don't really know what way it's going to go. To be honest, as far as a coalition, it could go too far the wrong way. You know, to make a government. Going towards Tories. It's like the lesser of two evils, isn't it? That's what it feels like. And the video's like 30 minutes long already, you know. It's just nuts. What is the lesser of two evils? Obviously, as far as I'm concerned, the lesser of two evils at the moment, if we're talking a two-party system, it is obviously Labour. And will I vote Labour? Maybe I will. Maybe it'll surprise me in the next couple of years. Well, next year, sorry. Maybe. I hope so. But at the moment, I feel disenfranchised. I really do. And I'm not alone. Loads of people are feeling like this. You know? Imagine how... So Brian goes on. I don't particular attention to Brian's post because we had a little bit of a banter going on. And I agree to a lot of what he's saying there, but I'm talking about feelings, you know. I'm emotional. So imagine how it would be represented on GB News. Oh my giddy aunt. GB News, remember they're losing money. 35 million a year or something they're losing. Yeah. And Talk TV, they're also losing around 30 odd million. Or was it the other way around? Yeah, 30 odd million. Both of them are. Imagine how that would be represented on GB News and Talk TV, etc. You don't give ammunition to your enemy, so you can throw it straight back at you. But then we're just talking about semantics and all that, really, aren't we? I think we need to be bigger than that. We're just talking about popular opinion and kind of giving them ammunition. Really? Their ammunition should be... Well, they're firing blanks, to be honest. GB News don't really have the audience, nor does Talk TV. You can't compare their audience to like what we get, even BBC, what have you. Well, sorry, maybe I'm a tofu eating, I don't know, Guardian reading Wokerati or something. Anyway, I hope I've kind of explained myself, my feelings. I don't know. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. But you know, I would obviously, like I say, I've been reading your comments, what have you, because I do read the comments. I'll tell you who won't be reading your comments when you leave them on Phil Morehouse's Different Biases channel. So all very well be sycophantical to him and keep giving him money. He don't give a shit about you. I'm sorry, but he doesn't. No. He'll carry on just taking your money and ignoring you. That's what he'll do. Expect your memberships instead. Sorry. But at least I do spend the time and I'm responding to what you've said. You know, I'm not trying to big myself up. I'm just saying I do read the comments. You know. I know sometimes you can't read them all, obviously. I used to, but it's got extremely hard these days to do so. But I do scan through them all. You probably notice I do, you know, press the old the heart button and stuff like that on a lot of the videos once I've read them, have you, and just scan through, or liked or have, or even comment. You know, it takes a lot of time. You know, I spend a lot of time on this channel. You know, you don't have to agree with me. Of course you don't. You know, it's just a point of view. I'm sure there's people who don't agree with Nigel Farage but still watch his videos. You know, his little clippets on Twitter. Maybe it's the comical value. Maybe. Anyway, please carry on commenting on the videos, what have you, because I do appreciate it and I do actually watch. I do actually scan through them and read and what have you, as you probably already know. Anyway, if you do want to support the channel, you probably don't know, please click like and subscribe, and maybe a little bell icon so then you get a warm fuzzy feeling in your pocket to allow you to know whether or not you want to avoid or watch my video. Yeah, that's it. And if you want to support the channel, you can do that on Patreon or Buy Us a Coffee. I don't know. You know, hopefully in a few weeks or months' time, I'll make another account of video supporting Labour. Maybe we'll see. You know, I do believe in a lot of what Labour does and what have you, but that just kind of got me. That did, because it goes against everything I believe in. And after all, aren't you supposed to vote for a party that you actually believe in? You tell me. Please leave that in the comments down below. Anyway, it's time for me to go, so I'm going to go and plant some trees today, after it's just been out, because it's our anniversary. Yeah, well, our anniversary tomorrow, but me and this are going out today, because we're babysitting tomorrow. So, yeah. So, yeah. Give my dear Caroline your commiserations for being married to me for 30 years. Poor girl. Blimey. Don't know how she did it. I really don't. Crikey, I wouldn't be married to me for 30 odd years. Most definitely not. Crikey. In fact, I don't even know how come I've even got any subscribers at this rate. Oh well. You tell me. Please leave it in the comments down below. Ta-ta. And I will be getting my new microphone adapter today with a bit of luck. So